everyone. We're going to be covering 2 movies in the hopes of leading up to our big, unannounced so far Halloween special. That's going to be very good. So we've got 2 movies today. We're both very tired. So, I'm going to let Trey start with his movie. But before we get into that, we have a new segment. Where I tell you about the new releases and what you should go see.
Yeah.
So not necessarily go see either, because you should be staying at home watching every single one of the new Wes Anderson Netflix shorts, because they are all phenomenal. They're all great. Very, very Wes Anderson. Have you seen any of them yet, Trey? Like Poison, Ratcatcher?
I have not, but I was thinking about either getting around to them tonight or tomorrow.
They're really good. They're really good. You should check them out.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Saw X. The first time John Kramer's really looked like a superhero, and it is so cool. Now, I mean, he kind of has a sort of heroic concept behind all the movies, but never before have you hated characters as much as the people in the traps in this one, and it is oh so satisfying. And in a theater pretty full, there was a lot of cheering going on, honestly a little bit of gagging, because it is pretty gruesome, but it is a great, great time. Also, on that note of things that you should go see with an audience, Stop Making Sense is now in IMAX at AMC, and it is the most fun I've had at the theaters in a long time. Now, we've got a guest coming on some point soon, and we'll get further in depth with that with him, because he loves it as much as I do. New releases.
Who?
Jay. Jay's got like 12
I
logs.
didn't know Jay was a fan of that as well. That'll be exciting.
He has like 12 logs in the last like week and a half. It's insane.
Of Making Sense.
Yeah.
That's sick.
If
That's
you haven't
really cool.
If you haven't already seen Barbie, it's now in IMAX as well. I recommend you check that out. If somehow you haven't seen Oppenheimer yet, go to that. And I think that just about wraps it up. But I'm very excited soon, if we're going to keep this bit going, to talk about The Exorcist, which I am going to see, and I know you're going to see as well, Trey. So we'll be able to do more in depth on Saw and Exorcist.
I'm looking forward to that for sure. If my mic sounded weird, am I cutting out? Can you hear me, Jagger?
Yeah, I can hear you. You're a lot louder than you were a second ago. But
my screen just froze. Yeah, I'm looking forward to The Exorcist. We're both huge fans of the first one, and I mean, honestly, the first few. I don't have them logged, but I've seen 2 and 3.
I started 2 the other day, where it's like the perspective of a bee. That I don't vibe with 2.
2 isn't great. 3 was pretty solid.
I haven't seen 3, so I can't comment.
Yeah, that one was pretty solid. After that, they kind of turned to shit. But no, I'm looking forward to this. I love legacy sequels. And the ones we've got in the past couple years have been really solid. Like Top Gun Maverick was outstanding. The Ghostbusters Afterlife was, as a huge fan of Ghostbusters, I really wanted to hate it, but I had such a good time with it. I thought it was a really cool, like, it had the perfect amount of like homages and nods to the original, but also setting it up for like a new set of Ghostbusters. I thought it was really good. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
We've also got the other David Gordon Green's directing. We've also got his other big classic, Halloween Ends, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. That was something for sure. That was a movie.
I'm so scared because Exorcist. I've seen all the trailers. It's not gonna be scary. It's not gonna be good.
I don't know, man. It looks pretty freaky.
Where are you coming from? Come on. It doesn't look good. Ellen Burstyn is really, really old, and it's kind of sad to see. And I know you're not supposed to comment on young actors' performances, but since they're the leads, I mean, you kind of have to say something if you're bringing up the movie. The main girl does not look like she's running it well. I'm going to be totally honest. And I mean, but I think it has potential to be good, so I'm not going to say anything yet. However, I will say I am deeply, deeply concerned.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think those concerns are valid. I'm cautious. Sorry, everybody, I have the hiccups. I'm cautiously hopeful for this one. Um, I mean, any horror I always look forward to. That's why October is the best month of the year.
And I also want to check out The Boogeyman. It's on Hulu now. I want to check that out. I've heard good
Oh,
things.
I saw that in the theater. That was actually. And if you are like right now, if you're thinking, why are Jagger and Trey uh talking about new releases? Like we haven't been doing that. Well, the writers just reached a tentative
Agreement.
agreement with the studios, and the Screen Actors Guild is on their way to reaching an agreement. So people are finally getting what they need to support themselves. Jagger can finally work again.
Yeah.
These hiccups are destroying me. So yeah, that's very exciting. That's why we're going to start talking about more new releases. And once SAG gets their deal, we're going to try to talk about some trailers each episode for new movies that we think look cool, or new anything that we think looks cool. We'll talk about that as well. But yeah, Boogeyman, very good.
Also, well,
Um,
if we're on the topic of new releases, can we quickly talk the upcoming stuff of 2023? Because there's some movies that do not look good. And I would like to quickly talk about this. So,
okay.
if you don't mind, hot takes here.
Yeah.
I think Napoleon's going to be pretty good. I don't think it's going to be historically accurate at all. And I think that despite what everyone's saying, it is not going to show up at the Oscars, at least to win at all. I think Killers of the Flower Moon and Oppenheimer are going to be the only two things that are really contending for anything.
I think it depends on what category you look at.
Maybe cinematography, actually, but
But no, I agree. I think Killers of the Flower Moon and Oppenheimer are gonna like destroy this year's Oscars. I'm partial to Oppenheimer. It's my number 3 of all time. I have it at a perfect 100 out of 100. If I had my way, that would win 12, 13 Oscars.
I
I
mean,
think everything is perfect about that film.
here's the thing,
But
though.
again,
Even though there's some great set design in Oppenheimer, do we not all think that Barbie's destroying everything for set design?
oh, 100%. Barbie's winning for set and production design, like stuff like that. And I think Barbie's also winning for wardrobe and costume design.
I didn't even think about that, but yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Poor Things, and I know the reviews are great, looks absolutely horrific. It doesn't look good.
That's all of Yorgos. That's all of his stuff.
You think so? I mean, is
No,
it?
yeah, I'm looking because I've seen The Lobster, I've seen Killing of the Sacred Deer, and it's all that type of vibe, like that really offbeat weird vibe, and I love it.
All right. I mean, I haven't seen any of his stuff, but I saw the trailer the other day. It doesn't look great, but I mean, I'm
Go,
all
go watch The Lobster, and then we'll talk about it again.
all right. I mean, I'm all here for Willem Dafoe, I guess. So,
Yeah, Lobster has John C. Riley, who I know you love, Rachel Weisz, Colin Farrell. It's like a romantic comedy. It's really weird. Real Takes actually made a video about it the other day, talking about it.
I've had Killing of a Sacred Deer recommended to me. How's that?
Oh, I thought Killing of the Sacred Deer was outstanding. I think that's Barry Keoghan's best performance. I think that's close to Colin Farrell's best performance, and Nicole Kidman is also outstanding in it.
All right. What else is
It was
coming out?
weird though.
There's that Ferrari movie which no one's talking about.
I'm
Also,
looking forward to it just because Adam Driver's in it. The Killer is probably my most anticipated movie for the rest of the year, just because I love Michael Fassbender and I love David Fincher, and it sounds really cool.
I'm very excited about the supposed new David Cronenberg movie coming out. That's exciting. I don't know the name of it off the top of my head, but it's something like I don't know, something. He's releasing a new movie called, I think, Room 999, and I am all here for a new Cronenberg, but I don't
Yeah.
know. That might be wrong. Here, I'm actually gonna look it up now. But yeah, I love Cronenberg, so the concept of a new Cronenberg is very exciting to me.
Yeah. Well, what do you say we get into our movie reviews today?
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah. Do you want me to kick it off, or would you like to take it
I'm
first?
I'm gonna leave this one to you because I am not excited
Sounds
to
good.
talk.
So, today we are reviewing two separate movies. Me and Jagger have both been really, really busy the past 5 or 6 days. So we were each only able to get to one of them. So we are each taking one of them. And I will start. I am reviewing Amores Perros. So, gosh, these hiccups, dude. I'm sorry, everybody. Let me see. I have some water in here. Let me see if this will help. Ugh. Because that's gonna be a pain if I have to keep. Oh God, dude. Oh, I hate that. Don't you guys hate the hiccups? It really sucks.
Wait, I was wrong about the name of the movie real quick, if you don't mind. Four unloved women adrift on a purposeless sea experience the ecstasy of dissection. All right, you can continue now.
That's definitely sounds like Cronenberg. Okay, so Amores Perros came out in the year 2000. Directed by Alejandro Gonzalez Inarritu. I did probably botched his name, but I later figured out that he also directed Babel and The Revenant and Birdman. So pretty accomplished director. Like I've heard of The Revenant and I've heard of Birdman, but I had never heard of this. Here's a synopsis for you guys. A fatalistic car crash in Mexico City sets off a chain of events in the lives of three persons. A young man aching to run off with his sister-in-law, a supermodel, and a homeless man. Their lives are catapulted into unforeseen circumstances, instigated by the seemingly inconsequential destiny of a dog. So essentially this movie, it based around three separate storylines, and it breaks it up into like 3 40 to hour long minute parts. So your first part, you have the story of Octavio and Susanna, and Octavio's brother is married to Susanna, but Octavio wants to run off with her. I thought this part was really, really well done. I will be going into spoilers, so Jagger, if you want to deafen at all, but if you just don't care, you can do whatever you want, and I can text you when I'm done. Yeah, so Jagger's gonna step away for a second while I get into spoilers because Jagger really wants to see this. So essentially, in this first storyline, we have Octavio and Susanna, and Octavio's older brother is married to Susanna. He's super abusive, all that kind of stuff. And I really enjoyed this first little section. It handles the romantic and emotional aspects really well. And it also, you have these aspects of Octavio trying to earn money so they can go away together. And the way he does that is he enters his dog into a dog fighting ring. And there's a bunch of sequences about dog fights, and it's definitely not something for the faint of heart. It's there as an owner of a dog, as an owner of two dogs, it's very hard to watch. No dogs were harmed in the making of this movie. They make that very clear in the opening credits. but at some points it's very hard to believe that, especially because it's just, yeah, it just, everything looks so real. So yeah, and we have this storyline, which I thought was really well done. The cinematography was super interesting. It felt super intimate and raw. Gael Garcia Bernal, who plays Octavio. Sorry everybody, these hiccups. I thought he was outstanding. He did a great job. Yeah, moving on. The next storyline, we have the storyline of Valeria and Daniel. And essentially their story, Valeria is a supermodel, and Daniel leaves his wife Valeria, and they have a relationship. And this one plays out more like a romance, more like a straight up romance. I thought it was super well done. Great acting from both people. And I should mention that we get little glimpses into the other storylines that are not being focused on, but we still get little glimpses into what's happening with them. And these separate storylines are just to focus really primarily on the people themselves. But yeah, that storyline was super well done. I didn't love it as much as the first one, but I still thought it was super good. And finally, we have my favorite, the homeless man. His only name is known as El Chivo, and basically you learn that he's like an ex-gorilla, and now he's like a hired assassin, but he's homeless and lives with all these dogs. And it's just about him getting a new job to go kill someone, and about him going about that and trying to fix things with his daughter. It's really heartbreaking, but Emilio Echeverria did an outstanding job, I think. And I absolutely loved him in this. I think this was the best of the three storylines. And it was, so as a whole, I thought this was a really, really solid movie. And I thought that I wouldn't say it was a good time, but it was a good watch. It was compelling. I think I was very engaged throughout the entirety. They do a good job of balancing all three of these storylines, which you don't see too often. And I thought it was, I definitely think it belongs on the IMDb top 250 for sure. This is one of the better foreign films I've seen. I think that the gentleman who plays El Chivo wins the movie 100%, or the director. It was super expertly directed, and it was really impressive to watch that as well. And I think it's hard because it doesn't really have a main character. Like, you have a main character for like 40 minutes, and then the storyline completely changes, and you don't see that character for the last part of the movie. So it's interesting. So I don't think there's really a person here that could beat Jack Torrance in a fight, honestly. But yeah, what's the other one we always do? Oh, Jagger's usually here to remind me. I thought this is an outstanding film. Most rewatchable scene. That's a hard one because there's so much in here. I don't know. I don't know if anything is super rewatchable. You can't really choose anything in the first hour because most of it is dog fights. The most impactful was the end when the El Chivo, he leaves a message on his daughter's answer answering machine. That was probably most impactful for me. Yeah. And I think Jagger should be coming up. That's about all I have to say. I mean, if you want to if you do like this, go check out Magnolia. That's Paul Thomas Anderson's film. That is it's similar in the way it balances a bunch of different storylines. So if you like that type of idea, go check out Magnolia. Tom Cruise is in it. John C. Reilly, really stacked cast. Really good. Also, if go check out, if you like this director, go check out Birdman, which is a outstanding film with Michael Keaton, and The Revenant, which is the only movie Leo has ever won an Oscar for. So go check out both of those. Those are both pretty solid. If you like Gael Garcia Bernal, who played Octavio, and I always take out a chance to shout out this film, go check out Y Tu Mama Tambien, directed by Alfonso Cuarón. And that's an outstanding film. Go check out, I mean, he's in Coco. Let's see. Oh gosh, I am sorry, everybody. Go check out Werewolf by Night is a really good one. That was the Halloween special last year for Marvel. I really enjoyed that personally. Yeah. So now let's see if Jagger wants to come back. Maybe we'll just edit this out. Yeah, so that's my review of Amores Perros, and an outstanding film that definitely belongs on the IMDb top 250. Now Jagger is going to take us into his review of Pathos Pancheros. I believe I'm saying that right.
I think it's Pather Panchali.
Yeah, wasn't even close, but Jagger, why don't you kick it off with your review of our second film today?
I will really quick say I don't think you're going to want to leave for this one, because don't worry, you're not going to want to watch it. Unlike Amores Perros, this movie, and I'm going to preface with this, does not belong on the IMDb top 250 in any way, shape, or form. In fact, it is probably one of the least enjoyable movie experiences I've sat through in my entire life, and it was a horrific nightmare of a thing to sit through. Now, I understand where you could say that this is a technically very impressive film, because, like, great cinematography, the music is incredible. Anyone that says that this is, like, art or the greatest film they've ever seen, they are totally lying to you. And I understand that that could sound mean, but this is not one of those movies. And I love My Dinner with Andre, so I can't necessarily speak, because that's a movie about two guys sitting at a table for 2 hours having a conversation. This movie is from 1955. It feels like it's from 1955, and at no point during do you ever, like, sit and think, man, this feels new? Because it doesn't. And I hate to say that, you know, because I love a good old movie, a classic movie. This didn't age well at all, and it was not.
Yeah.
It was such a miserable watch. Now, if you ask, and we asked the question, what's the most rewatchable scene? There's nothing here. And I gave it 2 stars because of its technical, like, incredibleness. God, I love a slice of life movie. In fact, I would go as far as to say the 400 blows, and I'm going to start doing the 100 rating system. I'm working on my own way to, like, work it out. On a 100 rating system, I would have the 400 blows at a 100 out of 100 perfect film. I think that the 400 blows was masterful as far as it went with its slice of life concept. and like it's
Yeah.
complete realism. This was a nightmare. And I don't know what else I can add. And you like gave some good, you lasted a while talking about Amores Perros. There is nothing else I can say about this movie because it's a very, very face value. This is what we're giving you. This is what you're going to get movie. And that's it. So I gave it 2 stars.
We are going to get back to one of my favorite segments, one of Jagger's favorite segments, High and Low. We're going to talk about what we've been watching. Jagger, why don't you kick it off?
Oh my god. So our last episode was what? I don't even remember. Cool Hand Luke, right? Our last episode of this was Cool Hand Luke. Which, since Cool Hand Luke, I have watched so many movies.
Yeah, all right, speed round. Give them to us.
Give them to us? Alright. Shining on a rewatch. Absolutely fantastic. Dinner with Andre on a rewatch. Trey, you have to watch that movie. It is absolutely spectacular.
I know.
When Harry Met Sally, I had so much fun with that. So good. One of my favorite rom-coms I've seen in a good while, and I am a sucker for a rom-com. The Spiderwick Chronicles. That movie was my entire childhood. Somewhere back in one of those closets, I have the PS2 game of the Spiderwick Chronicles.
Dude, I loved the Spiderwick Chronicles growing up.
That movie, those books, that game, that was my entire life for at least 5 years.
Hell yeah, dude.
All right, can I run a quick story? May I?
Do it. Do it, man.
Way back when, I was probably about 5, 6 years old, I was fully convinced. Because I had now read all the books, I had seen the movie, I had my own replica of the hand guide that they run off of.
Yeah.
I was
dead
convinced that fairies and stuff were real. So I had a full little cardboard workshop in my room that I would make ways to defend ogres. So me and my sister had so much fun with that. So that's a quick story for it. Past Lives, that was pretty great. I mean, I don't think it's going to do as well with Oscar buzz than everyone's saying it's going to.
I've heard really good things, though.
It is really good. It's just not going to do as well at the Oscars as people are saying. Big Daddy, I watched, just another Adam Sandler emotional masterpiece because he's really good with those. Stop Making Sense. This was, I think, the first time I went to see it. That was an incredible experience. I watched Nova Iceman Reborn in history class. So I logged it. It was a pretty solid documentary. It's like an hour long. So that was good.
We love it when we can watch stuff at school and then log it. That's the best.
Yes. I came home that night and watched No Hard Feelings, which was funny. I mean, that's all I can really say about it. It wasn't.
I had a really solid time with it. Like, you don't get that many raunchy comedies.
Yeah.
Like that nowadays, and I was like, oh sweet, raunchy comedies, we're back. Like, I had a really good time with it. I think Jennifer Lawrence also really just shines in the comedic genre.
The moment where Matthew Broderick came out, she was like, "Oh, what's your name?" "My name's Laird." That had me laughing.
Dude,
so
Matthew Broderick was so good in that movie.
Matthew Broderick is the king of like the raunchy comedy, and you cannot tell me otherwise. After that, the next day, I watched Brain Damage, which I cannot wait to hear your opinion on, because it is
I'm excited.
It's one of the weirdest things I've ever watched. That night, I watched Blue Velvet, per you saying that it was a fun movie.
I never said it was fun. Never said that.
I believe you did. I think you said, yeah, it's a really fun Lynch. And I was like, oh, I'm a fan of a fun Lynch. And then I put it on, and I left emotionally wrecked and completely nauseous, having no.
I'm like 100% sure I've never said this is a fun watch.
I
said it's a good watch.
Well, whatever you said, I did not enjoy myself, but it was an extremely good film. I can't deny that.
It's an outstanding film.
So I would recommend you check that out. I'm not like Roger Ebert, who shot that movie down so far into the ground.
Roger Ebert shoots every good movie into the ground.
Maniac. I watched. Maniac's a lot of
Yeah.
fun. Maniac's a lot of fun. I went to see Barbie again. I mean,
Hell yeah.
who doesn't
Fucking
love that?
masterpiece.
Uh,
Barbie's a masterpiece. Fight me.
it
It
is.
is.
It is. I watched Opal again, the Jack Stauber movie. I was not in the right state of mind for something that weird, but
Oh yeah, I saw your review of that.
yeah. But I think it is pretty good. I just wasn't really vibing with it then. Stop Making Sense. I watched again there. We'll get back to that one in a second. I rewatched Requiem for a Dream because this is coming up on our Hooptober list. Oh my god, where could I even start? I'm not gonna start because you still haven't seen it.
Yeah.
The Lighthouse I then proceeded to watch again, having a much better time than I did the first time. And even though the first time I gave it 4.5, I gave it 5 stars. This time it was incredible. I watched
It's a great film.
the Owen Patnod short Future Lights, which made me feel like an idiot because I was reading other people's reviews and they were like, "This movie represents anxiety in the greatest form," and I was like, dude, I just saw a big flashing purple light for 2 minutes. But it was sounded cool and it looked cool. So
Yeah, but we like supporting our fellow content creators in
yeah,
their endeavors. We love Owen.
it's very unique. And that's what I could say about a lot
Yeah.
of his stuff. It's all very unique. So I respect it. And it's definitely got
Yeah.
a big vision behind it. I reviewed Igor because who doesn't love Igor? I mean, that's
Hell yeah, dude.
great stuff. Oh Hello on Broadway I reviewed for the 14th time, one more time and I'm at 15 finally. I watched Stop Making Sense again here. Uh The Amazing Bulk.
Jeez.
I had a really bad run for a minute. The Amazing Bulk at half a star, which was one of the worst experiences I've had in my entire life, but God was it funny.
Yeah.
The Animal at half a star, Rob Schneider can't take lead roles. Hoodwinked at half a star. I don't know why that movie exists. It's not.
I
good.
used to love Hoodwinked growing up. I thought that movie was awesome.
It's the worst animation I've seen in my entire life. And I mean animation style. It's really, really bad. Then I watched Malignant, which is almost as bad as Hoodwinked at 1 star.
It's not true. Go watch Malignant. It's peak horror.
Poison. Poison at 4.5. I mean, it was fun. I had a lot of fun with it. One of Wes's better shorts that we'll come to see. And I don't have them all logged, but just know that all of
Wait,
them are
like
good.
Wes talks like our buddy Wes?
No, Wes Anderson.
Oh, I was like, wait, our buddy Wes has a short?
The Rat Catcher, which is the next Wes short, 2.5. I don't have the other two logged, but just know that they're both really, really good. I forgot to log them. I should probably log them. Maybe I'll log them tomorrow. The Flash, I watched again at 4.5. I love that movie so much. Then I watched Meg 2 The Trench at 1.5 stars. Saw the first one at 4.5. Woke up the next day, watched Saw X at 4.5. Child's Play at 4.5. Halloween at 5. And Pather Panchali at 2.
Yeah, you were on a run there near the end.
Yeah.
Let me ask, because I'm a huge fan of the first Meg. I have it at 3.5 stars. I just have I just have a really good time with it anytime I watch it. One, do you feel the same way? And two,
I don't like the Meg. I don't like it.
Okay.
And
Okay.
is Meg 2 The Trench any better? No, the Meg 2 The Trench, absolutely horrific. And here's my review. Jason Statham, see you later, chum, me, audible groan. Awful movie with some fun, admittedly, just really, really, really bad. And the thing about it is that it's not only just, like, the Meg. It's like a Tyrannosaurus, some little, like, dino lizards. I don't know, it's so much weird
Yeah, I know. That's why I want to watch it.
and there's like a
I just
guy
love-
there's a guy that's able to kill the shark with his laser pointer. None of it makes any sense. None of it is good.
I just love shark movies, and I love Jason Statham when Jason's like, when he's like, "Oh, we need to get this shark.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna harpoon it through the eye."
You want to know what's
Like,
a lot better?
it's just- What?
Big Shark, Tommy Wiseau. Absolute.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
We need
All
to
right.
save Norlin. Continue.
God. Okay, so going back to the Cool Hand Luke episode, first of all, right before I watched Cool Hand Luke, I watched Hook. I want to shout out Hook. Steven Spielberg's Hook. I know he says he doesn't like it, but I absolutely adore that film. 5 stars, a certified Hook classic instead of Hood classic. It's Hook classic. Little, but I have a great time with that film. I love anything Robin Williams. So just love that one. Watch the two first Oceans movies. So I watched 11 and 12. 11 is a masterpiece. That's the best heist movie to ever exist. And Ocean's 12 is almost just as good. Yeah, Jagger, I don't know what your thoughts are on the Ocean's movies. I don't know if you've seen them, but I quite enjoy them.
I have not seen the Ocean's movies yet, but I will watch them soon because they do look good.
Yeah, they're really fun. They're just like, you have these stat casts, a really well-written script that keeps you engaged. I mean, Steven Soderbergh, who directed stuff like Logan Lucky and Kimmy and Contagion, he directed them. And they're just like, they're really quick, snappy, fun. If you're a fan of Brad Pitt, George Clooney, Matt Damon, any of those guys, you're going to be a fan of this film. Don Cheadle is in it.
Oh my god.
Those are all really good.
What was his name in Boogie Nights? Oh god.
Don Cheadle's character?
Yeah, Buck.
I don't remember.
Dang it. It was Buck something and it was really funny.
Yeah. Then after that, I watched Fantastic Beasts. I feel the same way about these movies that I do about the Hobbit movies. Any time spent in the Wizarding World is a time well spent. I watched The Breakup, which was fine, I guess. Jennifer Aniston, Vince Vaughn. I watched When Harry Met Sally, which I think you just watched too. Very, very, very good. One of the best romantic comedies I've ever seen. I watched Stand By Me, which still holds up as, in my opinion, probably the greatest coming of age movie ever. I watched The Princess Bride, 5 stars easily. I watched a movie called VHS, which was a found footage one that wasn't very good. I have some hot takes in here. They Live, 5 stars. Starting off the hot takes, I have Inception at 2 stars. I don't think it's that good. I think it should be called Midception. 44 out of 100. I think it's Nolan's weakest. Let's see. Full Metal Jacket. I'm trying to skip around here. Got into David Lynch for the first time. So I watched Blue Velvet and Lost Highway, which were both outstanding, both at 4.5 stars. Lost Highway just edges out Blue Velvet just a bit. Watched Scream for a pod, which was outstanding. I watched the third Conjuring, which was a real step down from the second one.
I hate all the none of them are good.
Well, yeah, we know.
Yeah, okay.
I'm also just like, I have a massive crush on Vera Farmiga. And I think Patrick Wilson is the coolest man alive. So I love those films. I watched something that I thought you would enjoy. It's called Fractured. I'm going to give it 3 stars, but I still had a good time with it. It's really interesting. Directed by Brad Anderson, who also directed The Machinist. I don't know if you've gotten around to The Machinist yet.
I have seen The Machinist, yeah.
Okay, yeah, and that's like a really cool mindfuck movie, Christian Bale. But it's with Sam Worthington, and it's another one of those like mindfuck movies. Steven Tobolowsky is in it, who he's just been in a bunch of like odd stuff, but he's an actor I really like. Let's see, what else? Lighthouse, 4.5 stars. Oh, this is one I want to shout out that I don't see that too many people have seen. Yeah, Jagger, you haven't seen it. The Demolition. This was a film.
I have Demolition right down there on DVD. I'll get around to it soon.
It's a really interesting film. It's a really interesting look on grief and how to handle death and survivor's guilt and all this different stuff. Jake Gyllenhaal gives what I think is one of the better performances in his career. It's directed by the same guy who did Dallas Buyers Club, and Wild. So I really enjoyed that one. Go check that out. Again, it's called Demolition. I rented it at my local video store because I can't ever find it anywhere. Also, shout out to Movie Madness, which is that's my local video store. That's where I'm a member at, and I rent movies all the time. But like, just shout out to video stores in general. Like, if you can find a video store that's still a thing, get our membership there. It's so much easier than having to rent movies online, and you can support them. And like the one I'm based out of Portland, so there's Movie Madness in Portland, and they have a screening room, and they do 3 free screenings every Sunday, so you can just show up and watch a movie there. And they have like snacks and stuff. Like last Sunday they were doing their 9 p.m. screening was Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I didn't get to it because it was sold out, but just go check out your local video store. Shout out to Movie Madness. We love Movie Madness. And then, I mean, I gave La La Land a rewatch with my buddies. Peak Cinema. It's Peak Cinema. It's perfect. I watched Looper for the first time, which I really, really, really enjoyed. Directed by Ryan Johnson. Oh gosh, where am I going? Pull up my letterbox. Who also did The Last Jedi, which I think was a really good Star Wars film. Wow, Gunch has that at 5 stars. God, I respect that. And he also directed Knives Out and Glass Onion. It's like a sci-fi action thriller that I really enjoyed. Jagger, are you good? What are you doing?
The microphone fell off.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm
gonna mute.
I'm gonna try to speed through these last few. Yeah, so I'm just gonna choose like 3 or 4 of these to talk about. Okay, first of all, The Hobbit. Jagger, are you a fan of Don't
get me
Lord of the
started
Rings?
on Lord of the Rings. I haven't seen any of them.
Oh shit, I always forget. Okay, I watched The Hobbit. Really nervous to watch that because I hold the Lord of the Rings so highly. Return of the King is number 8 all time for me. And I really enjoyed my time. Again, same thing I said with Fantastic Beasts. Any time spent in Middle Earth is time well spent, in my opinion. I mean, it's just, it's, I don't know. There's something about Middle Earth that feels, I think a lot of us use movies as a way to escape. And there's something about Middle Earth that feels like escapism at its highest, you know? Like, if you just sit there, and I've been trying to be more intentional when I watch movies, like not sit on my phone, not play games, because sometimes I like to do that, like do a crossword while I watch a movie or something like that. But I've been trying to be more intentional and just sit there and watch the film. And I find the more I do that, the more engaged I can get in the story. And I just had such a swell time with this film. Yeah, I cried. I definitely cried. It was very good. So yeah, if you're a Lord of the Rings fan who's nervous about the Hobbit movies, check them out. I mean, at least I've only seen the first one so far, and I had a swell time. Martin Freeman is an outstanding actor. He's super underrated, and he was very good in this. Next one I want to talk about is I watched Seaspiracy, which is a documentary about the commercial fishing industry and all this stuff, and how the commercial fishing industry is like ruining our environment and killing the oceans and da 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 da. Really good, well-made documentary. I'm now vegetarian because of this documentary. It did not sit well with me. I would definitely recommend checking it out. It is on Letterboxd's top 250 documentaries. So something to check off that list. But I really enjoy it. I really enjoyed it. Really informative. Second to last one, The Departed. Jagger, have you seen The Departed?
No, I have not seen it, but I've heard great things.
Well, I give it 2 stars. I just don't like The Departed. I don't love Leo. I think there's multiple people who could have been better cast in this movie. I think Jack Nicholson, this is easily the worst performance of his career. Probably not the worst, but this movie is the start of when his career started going downhill. He really phones it in this movie.
Okay, so now I can actually say this because, like, I was always scared to say it. I don't like Leo DiCaprio.
Oh, yeah, me neither. I don't think he's very good.
I think he's a very overrated actor that has very few great
100%.
performances. And I think a lot of his movies are super overrated, like Wolf of Wall Street and stuff. I don't think they're nearly as good as people say. And
See, here's the problem with Leo is people correlate a great movie with a great acting performance. Like they have to be exclusive. They don't have to be like they can be uncorrelated. You can have a great movie, an all-time great movie with some fine acting, like solid acting performances. Nothing like outstanding, you know? Like look at like Wolf of Wall Street. Wolf of Wall Street is a great film. That is a great film. But Leo gives a solid performance. He's good. He's really good. He's not great. Look at Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That is an outstanding film. But it's not because Leo gives an all-time performance. No, it's because Quentin Tarantino directed it and he knows how to make a good film. So they don't have to be always together as a great acting performance and a great film. Like they can be 2 separate things. And you can have a great acting performance in a really bad film. So I totally agree with you there. I think Leo's overrated.
I think there was some really bad cop movie with DiCaprio, or not with DiCaprio, with De Niro and Pacino in it. I cannot remember the name of it for the life of me now. No, Heat is incredible. Heat is phenomenal.
I have Heat at 3 stars.
Whoa! Whoa! Oh, okay, we're talking about this for a minute. Heat is Heat is one of the most well-acted movies I've seen in my entire life. Now, is Al Pacino... Okay, continue.
Yeah, I can acknowledge that. Val Kilmer... Here, I'm going to get up while I'm talking about this. Val Kilmer is like... He gives easily the best performance, I think, in that movie. But it's just like...
I'll defend Al Pacino all the way.
I've tried to... okay... because I've been like, I just don't like Michael Mann. But then I'm like, okay, I'm going to try to watch some more Michael Mann movies. I think it's that I just don't like Michael Mann as a director. Collateral, which I've seen people hold super highly, like at like a 4.5 stars, I gave like 3.5. I think I just don't like him as a director and I don't like his movies. Which I'm not saying like De Niro or Pacino are bad actors. I'm just saying I don't like that movie.
Okay.
Well, I do like it. I just think it's extremely overhyped. I think it's fine.
All right. And I will defend Al Pacino all the way, but I can't defend him in that movie. I mean, there are some lines in there that are so incredibly stupid that they're undefendable.
I think I do need to give it a rewatch. I think it's something that I need to rewatch with more, because I watched it pretty early on in my film, because I didn't get in, as people know, I didn't get into cinema till I didn't download Letterboxd till late February. So, and that was pretty early on in my film journey. So I think I need to give that a rewatch now that I have more stuff under my belt.
Because it's a long movie, and it's a movie that is not necessarily fully action-based. It does have a lot of, like, this is these people's lives type of stuff. So I think that it is a movie that you should definitely give a rewatch to now with more, like, experience,
Yeah. So last one, well, real quick, watch National Treasure, 3.5 stars.
I also
think Nick Cage.
I watched that movie last year in history class. So yeah, continue. Nick
Cage was born to play Ben Gates. I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence. He's just like, he's so good. And I have such a good time.
Nick Cage was born to be the guy in this new Dream Scenario movie coming out.
That movie looks weird. We didn't touch on that. I'm so excited for that. That movie looks sick.
Did you see the part in the trailer where he's like coming through the door?
Dude.
Like,
Nick Cage is born to play the weirdest characters.
There's some really bizarre A24 stuff coming out soon, man, and I'm so excited about all of it.
I know. I love A24, man. They will never fail to be making original content. In a world filled with commercialized cinema, we always will have A24 with weird shit.
Oh, also, if you get to go on Letterboxd, there's a movie called The Greenhouse Effect. It's under A24 stuff, and the poster alone makes me so confused. Now, I put it on my watch list right now because I was just looking at A24. Look at it. Like, if you, like, it's called The Greenhouse Effect.
Yeah, I'll add it to my watch list after we're done recording.
It's a 10-minute short, and it's a really poorly photoshopped picture of a horse with, like, 5 people in front of it. I don't understand. So, yeah, A24 always
weird.
pumping out the weirdest stuff. So, yeah, respect to you, A24. You're willing to take some risks.
So, last one I want to touch on. I watched Terrifier 2 today. Jagger tried to get me to watch Terrifier for the longest time. I had a good time with it. I thought it was average. I thought it was a little bit above average. I loved the goriness. I just wanted more. And boy, does Terrifier 2 give you more. Like, you thought it couldn't get more gory. Oh, it can. It can. That is easily the most disgusting movie I have ever watched. God, there was some scenes in that where I was just like, oh my God, why am I watching this?
All right, we're gonna have to dive into this in a second because I found it to be extremely disappointing with the gore. So I'll get there. We'll get there.
Okay, but that's all I have for. That's all I wanted to talk about for.
Okay.
Shit.
Terrifier.
Yeah, for high low. That's all I wanted to talk about.
All right. Well, can we take this time to talk about Terrifier 2 a little bit? Because this was, again, one of those movies that when it first came out, everyone was saying something along the lines, I vomited in the theater watching this movie. 12 people ran out because they were about to slip into a coma from what was displayed on this horrific screen. And they were running like NC-17 showings where if you were under the age of 21, you couldn't get in. So immediately me and all my friends waited till it came to Prime so that we could have an excuse to watch it. And it made us put in like a an identification passcode. So we were like, this is about to be so insane. And we're sitting there, and suddenly the 2 hours and 36-minute mark pops up on the bottom of the screen.
It is not 2 hours and 36 minutes.
Oh. Look up the length of Terrifier 2 right now.
I will.
Terrifier 2 runtime.
Terrifier 2 is an hour and 18 minutes.
No. Not an hour and 18 minutes. 2 hours and 18 minutes.
2 hours and 18 minutes. Sorry.
Okay.
It is not 2 hours and 36 minutes.
There's no way it's only 2 hours and 18 minutes.
It is.
Okay. That's still ludicrous.
138 minutes.
That's still ludicrous for a slasher film, no doubt.
I disagree. I thought it was I wish this movie was longer.
Okay. It is not that gory either, which made me really mad. Because after all this birth identification stuff, it's like, what happens? There's that one part where he's like cutting the top of her head off, and then he like pours the salt and the bleach, and she's still half alive.
Yeah, dude, that was fucked. That was God.
And that was the only part where I was really like, ugh. The rest of it, I was just like, oh, this is stupid. And at some point in its 2 hour and 18-minute runtime, I was just waiting for something to happen because they were establishing this horrific story about this girl that wants to, like, go out with this thing on, like, wings for Halloween. But the mother's acting.
Oh, yeah, dude. She sucked ass, man. She was so bad.
It was not even funny how horrific her performance was, and how it almost felt like she was doing worse than Tommy Wiseau. And, I mean, you can dig deeper and deeper. Like, I mean, I cannot even continue to talk about how awful the story was and how there was actually no story, but they were trying to, like, show that there is a story here. And the story's not there. And I've watched it like 2-3 times now.
See, I disagree. I thought the plot was much better than the first one. I thought it just felt more like the director had more experience under his belt, in making movies. I thought it was a better film. I think the goriness was much better. There was a few moments where I was like, like when he
The part where
caves the
he's
chick's chest in.
Okay, yeah. Also, the part where he pulls the guy's genitals off. That was weird.
Oh, dude, that was fucking crazy. Sorry, language. That was crazy. That was wild. I was not expecting that.
Oh, what about the part where he's standing there naked in front of the small child? And, like, playing patty cake with her, and then the guy looks over.
That was fucking weird.
and
That was
then
fucking weird.
He realizes that the guy is staring at him standing naked playing patty cake by himself, so he proceeds to jam a broom through his head.
Yeah. This movie just made me more excited for Terrifier 3.
Did you hear what they're saying about Terrifier 3, though?
What?
That that the person doing the effects looked the director in the eyes and said, "Are you sure you want to do this?"
Hell yes.
So they didn't even question this first or the second one. Where there's some weird parts in the first one where he, like, some weird stuff in the first one. But he didn't question any of it. And now with this one, he's really like, are you sure you want to put that on screen? So I'm excited.
I'm very excited.
138 minutes, oh my God.
All right, so do we want to we've renamed our final segment of the episode as, what are we calling it? Just Jagger and Trey just shooting the shit?
Yapping.
Jagger and Trey catching up?
Jagger and Trey just yapping.
Yeah, bro.
So, alright.
Not comfortable.
So this is essentially just going to be a bit where we just talk and you listen, and it's probably going to end up being funny because that's how this works out.
Yeah, because we controversial to popular opinion, we are friends in real life. Like, we talk outside of this. So it'll probably be funny. I don't know. Who knows?
Okay. You have once said that the best Zelda game is Breath of the Wild, or no, Ocarina of Time.
I said Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, Ocarina of Time. I don't like people who say Breath of the Wild. That makes me mad. Breath of the Wild is totally okay.
Breath of the Wild is an outstanding game, though. I will say that. That's. I don't think it's the best, but I will say it's very, very good.
Yeah, the new one sucks. The new one's awful.
Oh, I haven't played it yet. I don't. On the Wii especially, I haven't played any new video. I mean, I played Super Mario 3D World. That game was sick. On the Wii U. Do you remember the Wii U before the Switch?
Don't even talk. I have a Wii U, and an N64 all set up on this TV back here. You see the N64 right back there?
So you have like your gamepad?
Yes.
God, when I didn't get to play with the gamepad, I was pissed off. I was like, no, I want to play with the gamepad.
The Wii U is so hated on, debatedly, and I'd say debatedly because a lot of people are gonna fight me on this. Maybe the best Nintendo console, because it is
I'd agree with that.
It's a great 2-in-1. You can play the Wii games, you can play the Wii U games, and both of those catalogs are great.
Yeah. Also, it has Nintendo Land, one of the most goated Nintendo games.
You just unlocked like a core memory. I haven't thought about that game in forever.
Playing Luigi's Ghost Mansion or whatever. Yes. That shit was crazy.
Oh, what about that thing where there's the balloons on the back of the cars and you're just like trying to hit the balloons? Oh my God.
Oh yeah. Or the Toad Racing one.
Yes.
The Zelda one. Do you remember the Zelda one?
Oh my God. Yes. Oh my God, that game was incredible.
Hey, I saw you were playing Fortnite the other day.
Yeah.
Did you hear? Yeah. Respect to you, man. Like, I know I'm gonna get hate for this, and people are gonna be like, "Oh, Trey, you're such a child." Okay, fine. I love playing Fortnite. I have such a good time with that game. Like, I don't care what you say. Sure, it's probably made for kids. Sure, they do too many collaborations. I love their collaborations. I get to go in and I get to be Optimus Prime carrying Captain America's shield and wielding Ahsoka's lightsaber. Hell yes, please.
I mean, I read a really funny review because you know how Across the Spider-Verse is totally going to get nominated for everything this year?
across the. It better win. It better win animated Best Picture.
It will. But I read a
Yeah.
really funny review that said the Oscars this year are gonna look like a Fortnite lobby. That made me laugh.
All these mashups.
Oh, did you hear that? Like, okay, here's my plan. So now that Ash
Yeah.
Williams is officially in every single game ever now,
Oh yeah, he just showed up in Call of Duty, right?
he's in Call of Duty, Dead by Daylight, Evil Dead the game, Fortnite, some other game that I cannot remember the name
Wait,
of
he's
right
in
now.
Fortnite now? When did he get in Fortnite?
When Evil Dead Rise first came out.
What? I need to go look in the store for this and buy it.
This is the
I want
only
to know Ash Williams when.
this was the only skin that I play as now in Fortnite. Because why not?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I thought that was really funny because now he's in everything. And there's a really funny clip if you look it up. There's an interview with a Bruce Campbell Ask Me Anything, and someone said, "When is Ash coming to Fortnite?" And he said, "Ash don't need no Fortnite," and that made me laugh. And then like 2
Bruce
weeks
Campbell
later,
is just that guy, you know?
have you seen Bruce Campbell's Instagram?
No. Well, I'm not on Instagram.
Oh, Bruce Campbell's Instagram is him with Snapchat filters doing voices. Oh my god, it is the funniest thing. Okay, as far as our Hooptober lineup goes,
Yes.
I'm pretty confident that it's going to be consistently entertaining because I have picked movies exclusively with the concept of them being very like divisive. That's the word, right? Yeah,
Mhm.
divisive. That you might hate half of these. And that's the thing. I don't know exactly what type of movie you find interesting when it comes to horror movies. So I knew that you loved Hereditary, and I knew that you
I love
loved
Hereditary.
Malignant. So I just threw in some curveballs. I was
I mean,
assuming.
as long as it's interesting and it's original and it's not terrible,
Okay,
I'll be
you
cool.
you haven't seen American Psycho yet, right?
No, not yet.
All right. Have you seen The Burbs?
Nope.
Have you seen Nightmare Before Christmas?
Of course.
Of course.
I love Nightmare Before Christmas.
Perfect. Have you seen Reanimator?
No, but I've heard things about it.
All right, so you're gonna have fun. All right, because if you haven't seen Reanimator, then you have not seen any of the Henenlotter stuff. It is
Yeah.
a weird set of movies, and that was my goal here. Maniac, Basket Case, Frankenhooker, Brain Damage, Reanimator, Inland Empire,
Yeah.
and maybe Misery are all movies
Yeah.
that are going to be very, very bizarre, and a great lineup. So
Misery, is that the Stephen King one?
yeah, where she like takes the sledgehammer to the guy's ankles.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. I'm excited for that. I love anything Stephen King. So I'm looking forward to that.
So yeah, we got a good lineup for that. So everyone listening, please go check out our October episodes that are coming out. They're great. Yeah.
Hey, did I show you my collector's edition 4K Escape from New York Blu-ray?
No, you didn't. No, you did not.
Check out that shit.
Oh my god.
How sick is that?
That's awesome. But I've also got one thing I wanted to show you. So this just
Okay.
came in the mail the other day, and I gotta show you. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm a
Yeah, check
huge
out that,
nerd.
everybody.
I'm a huge nerd when it comes to TV shows. And
Yeah.
the best TV show in the entirety of television, I hope we agree on this, is easily Breaking Bad, right? We all agree on this.
Sure.
All right. Are you a fan of Breaking Bad?
I am a huge fan of Breaking Bad. Okay, I'll say it is the best TV show. It's not my favorite.
Okay, that's fair. What just came in the mail? The Breaking Bad complete series box set.
Hell yes.
But like if you open it, it's got like these books in it, and I just want to show this off real quick. So you got season
Yeah.
1, season 2,
Yep.
and it's just like the cover for each season. But
Yeah.
dude, this is so sick. I had a complete.
Is this
geek
just
out.
going to turn into us showing off our favorite pieces of physical media that we own?
If so, I am totally ready for that.
Okay, but before that, I got a question for you.
Yes.
What is your all-time favorite TV shows? Not what you think is the greatest show of all time, but what is your all-time favorite
Okay.
TV show?
Even though Breaking Bad is incredible, I personally prefer Better Call Saul when it comes down to enjoyment. I think it's
Okay.
super fun. TV shows.
Yeah.
Arrested Development. I love
Mm.
Arrested Development.
I tried to get into that, and I was never able to get into it. That was before I actually found Jason Bateman funny.
All right.
So maybe I need to go check it out now, because I do now really enjoy Jason Bateman.
Him, David Cross, and Tony Hale, I could say, yeah, are all so fun.
Will Arnett.
Will Arnett.
Arnett
Oh, how could I forget? He's the best.
Will Arnett is one of my favorite voice actors, actually.
South Park is great. I love South Park.
My mic fell, everyone. My apologies. South Park is great.
Other shows.
My two go-tos, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, because I'm just...
Yes.
Sorry, everybody. I'm trying to find my coolest criterions.
Oh, I got my criterions right up here. Whenever you want to dig down that hole, I'll bring them all out.
So Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I think that's my all-time favorite. It's in contention though with New Girl. I love New Girl.
All right, wait. I didn't even get to. Okay, so you're saying all-time favorite?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I've got a tie-up between Curb Your Enthusiasm, Seinfeld, and Whose Line Is It Anyway?
You know what's weird? Yeah. I hate Seinfeld, but I love Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Okay. That's justifiable. You saved it, because when you said I hate Seinfeld, I kind of like, whoa. Like, I got a chill down my spine. But if you love Curb Your Enthusiasm, then that makes up for it.
Yeah.
Whose Line Is It Anyway? And also Crank Yankers. That's so funny. Where it's like they record prank calls and recreate it with puppets. God, that made me laugh.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to grab some criterions real quick. I'm going to grab...
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. All right.
Well, all right. I will say this, everybody. I do love The Office. I know we haven't mentioned that, but I absolutely adore The Office. So, while Jagger's gone, I get to show off all my movies. I don't know why I just did that voice, but it happened. This is what happens when you've been recording for almost 2 hours. Your brain starts shutting down. And I'm just talking to you guys by myself right now. I really hope you're listening up to this point. It makes us feel good when you guys listen to our podcast. It's kind of crazy that people actually care what I have to say about movies and film. Never thought it would get to this point. So just want to say we appreciate all of you. I think I started at 15 followers on TikTok, and I think I'm just about to hit 400. So thank you, everybody, for all the support you give us. We love it. I know Jagger would say the same thing if he was sitting here right now. Yeah, we love all of you, and we thank you for supporting us. Please share us with your friends. If you're not part of our giveaway yet, we both have pin pages, or pin videos on our TikTok pages. So go check those out. In the giveaway, you can enter for a chance to win a bunch of the entire Harry Potter collection in 4K, the entire James Bond collection in Blu-rays, the Planet of the Apes trilogy in 4K, John Wick 1 through 3 4Ks, a region-free Blu-ray player. You can win. Jagger donated a bunch of international DVDs. I'm donating 3 criterions of your choice. So yeah, go check out our pin pages. That all finishes when we're all at 1,000 followers. All the people that are tagged in that video. There's 3 other gentlemen who are doing it with us. Wes, who we've had on, Gunch, who we've had on, and another gentleman, Real for Real. So go check us out, and we appreciate.
Real
Jagger,
takes.
I'm just
Real
saying
for Real,
how much.
No. Real for Real's not in this, right?
Real Takes. Real
Yeah.
for Real is not a part of the giveaway. Real Takes.
Real for Real's awesome. Real for Real is awesome.
Yeah, go check him out too. But yeah, Jagger, I was just saying how much we appreciate everybody's support and like how far we've come since we each started.
Oh, yeah.
Since we started this thing together.
Yeah, man, this has been insane for us. Um,
Yeah.
I've got 5 that aren't Criterion but are special edition that I'd just like to mention as well. So,
Yeah.
all right. Oh shoot, I forgot. I forgot one. Criterion. All right. So who should start this off?
I think you should. I'm having some problems with my Wi-Fi right now. I don't know if I'm breaking up or something.
Oh,
It's not doing great.
oh, you're back now. You're back. Totally fine.
Okay, sorry everybody. I'm gonna try to get my Wi-Fi fixed in the next week. I can start. I have
All right, let's
6
alternate.
criterions.
Do you just want to do like a 1-1?
Okay.
Thing? All right, yeah, go.
Yeah, I'll start with my top one. This is my Night of the Living Dead criterion.
Oh, that's
I ordered this because we're reviewing this for Hooptober this month. Pretty sweet. Looking forward to that. Jagger, you go ahead.
I'll take my top one as well. I'll take the Exorcist, like kind of book Blu-ray thing. Comes with the
That's
theatrical
sick.
and unrated cut. Yeah. Go for it.
I have this is my Army of Darkness Steelbook. Jagger, I don't know if you've seen that one. That one I really like. This one is actually super cool because it includes the international cut / the television cut, the director's cut, the theatrical cut, and so you get different cuts of this. They're all different lengths, so they have different stuff. But yeah, that's my Army of Darkness Steelbook.
I'm gonna bang out my 3 Arrow along with this Clockwork Orange book, which I am a
Hell yes.
and the 3 Arrows we got Donnie Darko, which I am a huge nerd about. The Reanimator and Basket Case. So, yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. Now it's just my Criterions, which I've been collecting Criterion for a while.
All right,
so.
I'll bust out my last 2 Steelbooks. So I got Paranorman Steelbook,
That's
one of my
great.
favorite animated films. Also, because this Steelbook is just sick. It's a really good looking Steelbook, and because Leica Studios is their headquarters is like 15 minutes away from where I live. I'm hoping to work there in the future and work for Leica Studios, who also did like Coraline, The Corpse's Bride, Kubo and the Two Strings, stuff like that. They're based out of Hillsboro, which is like 20 minutes from where I live. And then John Carpenter's horror classic, They Live with Roddy Piper, one of my personal favorite horror films. Yeah, go check that out. If you haven't seen They Live, go check it out. I think Jagger enjoys it as well. Not as much as me and Gunch do, but I do think Jagger enjoys it. Jagger, you want to shoot us off with your first criterion?
I'll go 2 here. I'll go 2. I'm gonna do Twin Peaks Firewalk with Me, which is my first of.
Oh, I've been wanting to get that one for a while.
No,
That looks really good.
Also, La Haine. Huge fan of that one.
Is that Vincent Cassell?
Are you talking about
Isn't
director?
Vincent? No, he's in it, right?
Yes. Yeah, he is.
Vincent Cassell. Yeah,
Um,
go. That's why you need to watch. That's why you need to watch the Ocean's movies. He's in the second one, Ocean's 12.
Really?
He plays the antagonist. Yeah.
Um.
Oh hell yeah,
Oh, that looks amazing.
dude. Okay, you can edit this out or you can't. Whatever.
I will.
I had the craziest thing related to Kiss. You might want to keep this in before I get into my criterions.
Oh, yeah.
I had the craziest thing related to Kiss happen at work the other day. So I work at a golf course, for those who don't know. And so working at a golf course comes with its advantages, like free golf and an easy job.
Free
but it
golf
also comes
sounds
with
incredible.
disadvantages.
Free golf sounds great.
Yeah,
All right,
dude.
continue. Disadvantages.
It also comes with its disadvantages, including having to deal with drunk middle-aged men.
Oh god.
So I'm at the bar. I'm at the bar because it's a slow day. I'm getting a drink. Not like a drink. I don't drink. But like a Coke. Like I just get Cokes while I work. And out from the distance, I hear I Was Made for Loving You by Kiss getting closer and closer. I'm like, what is happening? And we have a lot of the same guys come to our course. We have a lot of regulars, and this is a guy I see there a lot. He's coming in. He's obviously just sloshed, and I Was Made for Loving You was being cranked off his phone in his pocket, and he walks up and he's like, "Can I get 4 beers and 2 shots, please? We are gonna go back off 18 because we have a playoff for $3,000." And this guy is just sloshed, and we're like, and he walks away, and then he comes for $3,000, and then he comes back, and we're all like, should we serve this guy? I mean, I don't. He's pretty drunk. I don't know what we do. We ended up serving him and all of his buddies, and he was a lot more drunk than the rest of his buddies. They were actually handling themselves, and it was really stupid. But to get in to, did you do your first Oh, you did your first 2 criterions.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do one since I think you have more than me. This is my Princess Bride criterion.
Oh, that's so cool. I've been dying to get that one. That looks great.
Probably, I think this is in like my top 25 of all time. And my favorite Rob Reiner movie. I just love this movie so much. What?
We love Carrie Ellis.
Yeah. Also, I think I made a video about this. Rob Reiner, I think, is the most underrated director working today. That man has some bangers in his filmography.
So good.
Yeah. All right, go ahead with your next couple.
I'll do another few. Lost Highway, which I am yet to see, but you said it's really good, so...
So good. It's basically if David Lynch did a crime thriller. I had quite a good time with it. Except you see Patricia Arquette nude, like in like 4 different scenes.
Well, if it's David Lynch, then... here's Videodrome. An absolute classic.
That's one. I think that's the one I'm gonna buy next. I really like that.
Yeah, it's so cool, and it's got like the bars on the side. So good, so good.
Yeah.
And I'll do one more. Oh man, that one's so cool. My next one that I'm gonna do is the Grand Budapest Hotel, which was my second criterion ever.
I want to buy that one. I don't hold that film as highly as other people, but I do really like that criterion.
Yeah. All right, continue.
All right. My next one, Wall-E.
Yeah,
I think this is
That's
one of the better criterions. Looks like that. Bookshelves. Nice. It has like, I love, the best part about the criterions is they all come with these little booklets about the movie. And I love those. That's one of my favorite part.
I love the commentary, like the movie with the commentary from like the director. I have one that
director's commentary is always great.
I have one that I didn't bring out because I hate the movie so much, and it was like a blind buy that I was really sad I couldn't refund. It was called Hawks and really bad. So I'll just do my next couple. The Elephant Man, which is another fantastic Lynch. I have almost every single Lynch criterion. I think there's another one of the next Fast Times at Ridgemont High, a banger, which is now on Netflix. Everyone go watch it. It's a classic.
It's one of the better coming of age films.
Election, which Trey, I know you haven't seen. Make that one of your next 5 movies you watch. I'm telling you right now.
I know.
It's so good. And if you like Broderick, you're going to love it.
I know. A lot of our friends hold it really highly.
All right, continue.
Yep. Jonathan Demme's Silence of the Lambs. I think this is one of the cooler looking criterions.
Yeah.
Just let's see. See, looks like that on the front. This film is one of 3 films ever to win Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Director, Best Picture, and Best Screenplay at the Oscars, all in one year. We talked about that on our It Happened One Night episode. So that's a great one. Jagger, why don't you go ahead with your next few?
That one's almost as good as Jonathan Demme's Stop Making Sense. The Breakfast Club, another classic. I like getting the 80s ones in there whenever they come out.
Yeah, I think The Breakfast Club or Fast Times is gonna be my next one.
Yeah, they're really, really good. Blue Velvet,
Hell yeah.
another Lynch. Definitely a Lynch movie. uh, Next, I'm gonna bring out one of my DVDs. I've only got 3 of those. Next, I'm gonna bring out Come and See. It's a rough movie.
Is that like a Criterion DVD?
Yeah, I only have 3 of those.
I've never seen those before.
I'm gonna convert them to Blu-rays though at some point.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
All
you
right.
can do your next one.
Parasite. This was my first ever Criterion I bought. I really like this one. It's an outstanding film.
I don't hold Parasite nearly
I
as
think-
highly as other people, so that's why I've never nabbed it, but it is a great film.
It's so good. Bong Joon-ho. I think this might be. It's in contention for my favorite foreign film, up there with Old Boy. So
Pather
Jagger, give
Panchali
us your
is
next
definitely-
few.
Pather Panchali is definitely not up there for my favorite foreign film. Next 2, I'm gonna give you 2 more Lynches. Mulholland Drive, which is a nightmarish masterpiece. I know you rented it. Did you get around to seeing it yet, though?
No, I didn't find the time because I'd watch stuff for a pod and then I had vacation and just a lot of stuff going on.
And probably my favorite or second favorite Lynch, Eraserhead. What a crazy, crazy film. Go
All
ahead.
right. And to conclude my Criterion collection, Richard Linklater's Dazed and Confused.
Ooh.
Looks like that. It's like really thick. Got a lot of cool special features on it. This, I think, was my most recent Criterion purchase. Also, being into physical media, it's like an addiction, dude. Just like, oh, I want that. I want that too. Ooh, that looks cool. I want that.
Man, that was
It's
a
bad.
good movie.
It's real bad.
That was a good
Yeah.
movie. I really want to be able to watch that whenever I can. And I don't want to
Exactly.
rent it. So for $20, I can just get it here. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
And
so that's all my.
my final 2, Stanley Kubrick's Barry Lyndon.
Oh, Jesus, Jagger, don't break your Criterions.
And Boyhood.
Yeah, Boyhood is great. I love Boyhood.
Let me pick Barry Lyndon
right.
up. Petition
Well,
for Clockwork
everybody-
Orange to get a Criterion.
Yeah, or Taxi Driver.
Or Taxi Driver.
Everybody, we would like to thank you for joining us today on this long episode. We are back with our normal episodes. We are happy to be back to our IMDb Top 250 series. I feel like it's been a while since we've recorded one of these.
It does feel like that, yeah. Because it's been
I think it's been a couple weeks.
Yeah.
But we are glad to be back. We if you are still with us when we are talking like right now, God, we love you. Thank you for sitting with us and dealing with our nonsense for 2 hours.
An hour and
or for
29
however
minutes.
long.
It's not been that long.
Oh, we're only at an hour and a half? I thought we started recording at 4 and I was like, God, we're about to hit the 2 hour mark. Okay, not that bad. If you're on YouTube, comment down below either what your favorite Criterion is or what your favorite foreign film is. And like our video. Please subscribe to our channel. We love the support. And go check out our merch. Again, our Hooptober merch is going to be live every single day with a new design. So be on the lookout for that. We're going to have Hooptober episodes every single day. If you're on Spotify, please subscribe, leave us a review. Same thing goes for Apple Podcasts. The reviews help us out a lot, knowing what we can do better as podcasters. If you would like to follow us on our socials, I am Trey the Film Noob on TikTok, Twitter, and Letterboxd, and he is Jagger Film Fan on Letterboxd, Jagger Film Reviews on TikTok, and Jagger the Movie Guy on Instagram, and also Twitch. What's your Twitch again? Jagger Film Review or
Jagger the Movie Guy, I think. Yeah, Jagger the Movie Guy. Jagger the Movie Guy.
Yeah, check him out on Twitch. Yeah, and you could talk with Jagger in real time, which is super exciting. Both, and go check out our giveaways on both of our pages. We have a giveaway going right now. I know I talked about it a few minutes ago, but we have that going on right now. We're both trying to get all 5 of us that are part of the giveaway are trying to get to 1,000 followers. That's when the giveaway ends. Once we're at 1,000 followers, we can do TikTok lives and talk with you guys in real time on TikTok, and we'll do them with each other and talk about whatever, when we're not recording. So again, thank you for joining us today on the Average Film Enjoyer podcast, and have a amazing rest of your week.